Have you ever felt your heart race when your manager asks you to do something, and you know you should say no, but the word just won't come out?
Oh, that feeling, I know it so well. Your mind says no, but your mouth says yes.
Exactly. And then you're stuck with more work, feeling stressed, maybe even angry at yourself.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today because we're talking about something really important: how to say no to your manager politely.
This is such a big topic, especially for people just starting their careers. I remember my first job. I said yes to everything.
Most of us do that, and by the end of this episode, you'll learn why saying no is actually okay. You'll also learn how to do it in a respectful way that doesn't hurt your relationship with your manager.
So let's start with the most basic question. Why is it so hard to say no?
Great question. There are a few reasons. First, we're afraid. Afraid our manager will get angry. Afraid we'll lose our job. Afraid we'll look lazy or unhelpful.
That fear is very real.
It is, but here's the thing. Most managers don't want you to burn out. They want you to do good work. And if you say yes to everything, your work quality goes down.
That makes sense. So saying no can actually protect the quality of our work?
Exactly. Think of it this way. Imagine you have a plate. Your manager keeps putting food on it. At first, it's fine, but then the plate gets too full. Food starts falling off.
Oh, I like that image.
That's what happens when you say yes to everything. You can't hold it all. Some tasks will fail. So saying no is like protecting your plate.
Okay, but what if someone is really new at their job, like just a few weeks in? Should they still say no?
Good point. When you're very new, you do want to show you're willing to help. You want to learn. But even then, if something is truly impossible, you need to speak up.
So it's not about saying no all the time.
Not at all. It's about saying no when you need to, when your workload is already full, when the request doesn't match your role, or when the deadline is impossible.
Can you give an example of when it's okay to say no?
Sure. Let's say you're a graphic designer. Your manager asks you to fix the office printer. That's not your job. You can politely say no and suggest someone from IT.
That's clear. What about workload? How do we know when we're too busy?
Listen to your body and your schedule. If you're already working late every day, if you're feeling exhausted, if other tasks are getting delayed, those are signs you're too busy.
So we need to be honest with ourselves first.
Yes, before you say no to your manager, check your own situation. Ask yourself, do I really have time? Will this affect my other work? Is this urgent or just extra?
Okay, so now we know when to say no, but how do we actually say it? What words do we use?
Let me share a simple structure. First, thank your manager. Second, explain your situation. Third, offer an alternative.
Wait, thank them even if we're saying no?
Yes, it sounds surprising, but it works. You say something like, "Thank you for thinking of me for this project."
Oh, that's polite. It shows respect.
Exactly. Then you explain. You might say, "Right now I'm working on the client report and the marketing plan. Both have deadlines this week."
So you're being honest about your workload.
Yes, you're not making excuses. You're stating facts. Then comes the alternative. You could say, "Could we move this to next week? Or would you like me to prioritize this over the marketing plan?"
Ah, so you're giving options. You're not just refusing.
Right. You're showing you want to help, but you need guidance on priorities.
I really like this. It doesn't sound rude at all.
Let me give you the full example. Imagine your manager asks you to create a presentation by tomorrow, but you're already very busy. You could say, "Thank you for trusting me with this project. I'm currently finishing the monthly report and preparing for the client meeting tomorrow. Both are due by end of day. Would it be possible to deliver the presentation by Thursday instead? Or if it's urgent, which task should I pause?"
That sounds so professional and respectful.
It is. You're not saying you won't do it. You're saying you need help managing your time.
What if the manager insists? What if they say everything is urgent?
Then you ask for clarity. You say, "I understand both are important. To make sure I do quality work, which one should I focus on first?"
So you're making them choose.
In a way, yes, because the truth is, not everything can be the top priority. Something has to come first.
This is really helpful, but I'm curious, what should we never say when saying no?
Great question. Never say, "That's not my job." Even if it's true, it sounds rude.
Yeah, that sounds defensive.
Also, don't say, I'm too busy. That sounds like a complaint. Instead, be specific about what you're working on.
What else?
Don't make personal excuses. Don't say, I have plans tonight, or I don't feel like it. Keep it professional. Focus on work priorities.
So stay focused on the work, not on personal feelings.
Exactly. And never lie. Don't say you're busy if you're not. Your manager might find out, and then you lose trust.
Trust is so important.
It really is. Honesty builds trust. Even when you're saying no, being honest helps.
Let me share a quick story I heard. There was a young woman named Priya. She just started her first marketing job.
Oh, I want to hear this.
So Priya was excited. She wanted to impress everyone. Every time her manager asked for help, she said yes.
I can already see where this is going.
Right. After 2 months, she was working 12 hours a day. She was handling social media, writing blog posts, answering emails, and even organizing events.
That's way too much for one person.
It was. And then one day, she made a big mistake. She sent the wrong file to a client, an old draft instead of the final version.
Oh no.
Her manager was upset, and Priya felt terrible. She realized she was so overworked that she couldn't focus properly.
That's when she needed to say no earlier.
Exactly. So she decided to talk to her manager. She was nervous, but she prepared what to say.
What did she say?
She said, I want to apologize for the mistake. I realize I've been taking on too many tasks and it's affecting my work quality. Moving forward, I'd like to focus on social media and blog writing, which are my main responsibilities. For other requests, could we discuss priorities together?
Wow, that's really well said.
And you know what? Her manager appreciated it. He didn't even realize how much she was doing.
That happens a lot. Managers are busy too. They don't always see the full picture.
After that conversation, Priya felt so relieved. Her work improved, she felt less stressed, and her relationship with her manager actually got better.
That's a perfect example of why saying no, when done right, is actually helpful for everyone.
It really is. So let's talk about some practical tips. What can listeners do starting today?
First tip, know your current workload. Before you say yes or no to anything, know what's already on your plate.
So maybe keep a list of tasks?
Yes, exactly. Write down what you're working on and when it's due. This helps you see clearly if you have time for something new.
That makes sense. What's the second tip?
Practice saying no in small situations first. Don't wait for a big moment. Practice with small requests.
Like what?
Maybe a colleague asks you to check their work during lunch. If you need that break, say, I'd love to help, but I need this lunch break to recharge. Can I look at it this afternoon instead?
Oh, that's good practice.
Yes, start small, build confidence. Then when your manager asks, you'll feel more comfortable.
What's the third tip?
Use the phrase, let me check my schedule. This gives you time to think. You don't have to answer immediately.
Oh, I like that. So if your manager asks for something, you can say,
let me check my current deadlines and get back to you in an hour. This way, you're not saying yes out of pressure.
That's smart. It's not a no, but it's not an automatic yes either.
Exactly. It gives you time to think and plan your response.
What's the fourth tip?
Always suggest an alternative. If you're saying no to the deadline, suggest a new one. If you're saying no to the task, suggest someone who might help.
So you're still being helpful, just in a different way.
Right. You're showing you want to help, but you need guidance on priorities.
I really like this. It doesn't sound rude at all.
Last tip, remember that no is a complete sentence, but in the workplace, we add kindness and context. You're not being difficult. You're being professional.
I think that's what people need to hear. Saying no doesn't make you difficult.
Not at all. It makes you honest and responsible. You're protecting your work quality and your well-being.
What about tone? How should we sound when we say no?
Great question. Your tone matters a lot. Stay calm and friendly. Don't sound angry or defensive.
So even if you're feeling nervous inside, try to sound confident.
Yes, take a breath before you speak. Make eye contact if you're talking in person. Speak clearly.
And what about body language?
Don't cross your arms. Don't look down. Stand or sit up straight. Show that you're respectful but confident in what you're saying.
This is all about respect, isn't it? Respecting yourself and your manager's goals.
Absolutely. When you say no politely, you're showing that you respect your work, your time, and your manager's goals too.
Because you want to do good work, not rushed work.
Exactly. And good managers understand that.
What if someone works in a culture where saying no is really not accepted, where everyone just says yes?
That's tough. In some workplaces, the culture is very demanding, but even there, you can adjust how you say no.
How?
Instead of a direct no, you ask questions. You say, I'd like to help with this. To make sure I do it well, could we discuss which of my current tasks I should pause?
So you're not saying no, you're asking for guidance.
Right, you're putting the decision back on your manager. Most of the time, they'll realize you're already full.
And if they still push?
Then you do your best, but you also document everything. Send an email summarizing the conversation. Say, just to confirm, you'd like me to prioritize task A and task B this week. I'll do my best, but the deadline for task C might be affected.
So you're creating a record.
Yes, this protects you. If something goes wrong, you have proof that you communicated the situation.
That's really practical advice.
It is. And honestly, if a workplace never lets you say no and you're constantly overworked, that might be a sign to look for a better environment.
That's true. Your health and well-being matter.
They really do. No job is worth burning out completely.
Let's recap what we've talked about today. What are the key things listeners should remember?
First, saying no is not rude. It's honest and professional. When you say no to protect your work quality, you're actually being responsible.
Second, use the three-part structure. Thank your manager, explain your situation, and offer an alternative.
Third, practice saying no in small situations first. Build your confidence over time.
And fourth, remember that tone and kindness matter. Stay calm, respectful, and clear.
These 4 points will help you navigate those difficult moments when you need to say no.
I think a lot of people will feel relieved hearing this. It's okay to have boundaries.
It really is. Boundaries help you do better work and stay healthier. They're not selfish, they're necessary.
Before we finish, I want to say something to everyone listening. If you're feeling scared about saying no, that's completely normal.
It is normal, especially when you're new to the working world.
But remember, you have value. Your time has value. Your energy has value. And protecting those things is part of being a good professional.
Well said. Start small. Try it once. See what happens. Most of the time, you'll find that people respect honesty.
And if you make a mistake, that's okay too. Maybe you say no and later realize you could have said yes. Or maybe you say yes when you should have said no.
That's part of learning. We all make mistakes. What matters is that you keep learning and improving.
So, take what you learned today and try it. This week, if someone asks you for something and you're already busy, pause, think, use the structure we talked about.
And notice how it feels. You might be surprised at how good it feels to be honest about your limits.
We really hope this episode helps you feel more confident at work. You deserve to have a healthy relationship with your job.
If you found this helpful, come back for our next episode. We'll talk about another career challenge that many beginners face.
Until then, take care of yourself. Remember, saying no is sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself and your work.
Thank you for listening. We're cheering for you.
See you next time. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more daily podcast video.